You are gonna be on your feet all day. Make sure you drink water, guys. I can't stress this enough. The camera regulations, you cannot bring in a professional camera. Next thing I want to talk about is things that we brought with us to the stadium, and it's just the best bag ever. Always double check your stadium's regulations. The combination of lack of food or water and just like the sight of Taylor Swift, people get really overwhelmed, especially if this is their first time seeing Taylor Swift live. Like you cannot prepare for that. Literally the best concert I've ever been to in my entire life. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Nina. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you, and if you're not new, thanks for coming back. Now, this was a very highly requested video, and I'm so excited to be making it, and I don't know why I haven't made a video like this yet, because with the Eras Tour, there is a lot you need to know before you go. Before we get into the video, yes, I did change my hair. We are entering a new era of strawberry blonde Nina. Felt like I just needed to address it. So I'm sure with the start of the Eras Tour, there has been so much information flying around, what to expect, what you should bring, what you should do, and a lot of different people are telling you different things. And I think it's different for each person what you need out of your concert experience. Everyone has different personal preferences, different things that they need, so I don't think there's like one way to experience the Taylor Swift concert. There's lots of different ways. But as someone who has been a Swiftie for over 10 years, I think there's a little bit of wisdom I can impart on you guys. I'm gonna try not to give any spoilers for the actual show. I'm just gonna be talking pretty generally about Taylor Swift's concerts in general. But first I wanted to talk about my history going to the Taylor Swift concert. The first Taylor Swift concert I went to was in 2015. I went to the 1989 tour when I was 17. For my birthday, I asked for tickets, and so I got floor tickets to the Taylor Swift concert. I think back then they were definitely not as expensive as they are now, that's for sure. So I went with one of my friends. It was at the Staples Center, so very different experience than a stadium, and that is the closest to Taylor Swift I think I will ever be, because I think I was only 3 seats away from the stage, and so that experience was very unique and super fun, and it was like an arena, so there wasn't as much of like a before concert culture. Like there was no pre-party, there was none of that kind of stuff. There was a few things to do when you got inside the arena, but I think an arena concert is very different from a stadium concert for sure. And then in 2018, I went to the Reputation tour 3 times. And I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people to go to multiple Taylor Swift concerts, but that used to be the thing to do if you were like a diehard fan. Like 1989 Reputation, there was people going to like 10 shows. The tickets weren't as expensive as they were now, and also there was a lot more available because the demand wasn't as high as it is for the Eras Tour, and so that was just like a thing, and that's why Taylor Swift started doing the surprise songs, because then people who saw the concert multiple times, she wanted to make each show unique and have a little something different and surprising for people that had seen the show before. So that's kind of like the premise of the surprise song and why people would go to multiple shows. So I went 3 times, and I went to the Rose Bowl 2 nights in a row in LA. It was much more of a similar vibe to the Eras Tour, where outside the venue there was like a little pre-party going on. There's places to take pictures, there was food vendors, there was just, you know, like a camaraderie, like a community situation, like a party going on, which was really fun. And for that concert, I was on the floor 2 nights in a row. That was back when the floor seats were $200 each, and now they're like triple that. Then I went to the Nashville show, and I was in the upper bowl, and I can say like you have a different experience wherever you are in the stadium, so it was cool to be on the floor and be closer, but then it was also really cool to be in the upper bowl and see like all the graphics, the bracelets that are lighting up, and like a lot of things I couldn't see when I was like at level with the stage, you know? I know people say this all the time, like there's no bad seat at a Taylor Swift concert, but I do think that is so true. Like it is such a fun experience wherever you are in the stadium. Like in the Eras Tour, we were in the upper bowl for the first night and the lower bowl for the second night, and I can say like we had a different view of the stage, we saw different things happening, and so you get to see something in the upper bowl that the lower bowl doesn't get to see, and people on the floor get to be closer, but they don't get to see everything else. So anyways, especially at the Eras Tour, it really doesn't matter where you sit. It is like the most immaculate display ever, and that's that's all I'll say about that. So moving on to my tips and advice that I've kind of learned and stuff, you know, especially for the Eras tour, because I definitely think that the Eras tour is a little bit different from the first two based on the amount of people, the hype around it, and just like how chaotic that it is compared to the last two tours Taylor has had. My biggest tip is to get there early. I don't think you can get there early enough because it's just a much more stress-free experience than if you're like stuck in traffic, running late, rushing. And so basically whenever there's a Taylor Swift concert, I just make a whole day of it. Maybe we'll go get breakfast, but as soon as we have eaten breakfast, we start getting ready, you know, play some music, just like so that you can have a really calm experience, because I feel like a lot of the time I'm like so nervous and stressed out before a Taylor Swift concert because I'm just like so excited and overwhelmed about it that I just need to have a calm start to my day. There's a little more high stakes when you've fought in the Ticketmaster war, you've waited 5 years to see Taylor Swift, you've dedicated your life to her. It all comes down to this one concert and it can be a little bit stressful. So you just try to like alleviate the stress by taking your time getting ready and just being like early. So me and my two friends, when we went to the Eras tour in Arizona, we got coffee and breakfast before the show, and then we would start getting ready around like 11 a.m. or noon. The first day we got ready earlier because it was like the first show. Second tip is to eat a significant breakfast. Eat something that is going to sustain you because you are going to be on your feet all day. You might not have a chance to eat like an actual meal for lunch or dinner because the show is just it starts at 6:30. You know, Taylor comes on at 8 o'clock, and you also might be just like too excited, too overwhelmed to eat something. So make sure you get all your calories in, like front load your day, because we did not do that enough and we were starving after the concert was over and we had to go to McDonald's immediately. As someone who gets really anxious in the morning of concerts, you just have to kind of force yourself to get some calories in, because I was so stressed the first day that I had like a bagel and that was like the biggest thing I ate all day because of how nervous I was. But I definitely wish I would have forced myself to eat more food. There is snacks and food and drinks at the Eras Tour pre-party, so there will be like vendors and food stuff, but we decided to bring our own snacks and drinks and have like a little tailgate in the parking lot because we wanted to save some money. So we went over to the pre-party before, traded some bracelets, walked around, took pictures with all the banners in front of the stadium, and then we came back to the car and had some like chips and guac, some water. Make sure you drink water, guys. I can't stress this enough. I know like you might not want to go to the bathroom during the 3-hour show, but like you need to drink water, because after the second song, I thought I was gonna pass out. I was like, if you're standing and dancing and singing for 3 straight hours, you're gonna get a little lightheaded, a little dizzy, you're gonna be exhausted. So just take care of yourself and make sure that you can actually enjoy the concert and that you're not like having a headache or passing out, because the combination of lack of food or water and just like the sight of Taylor Swift, like people get really overwhelmed, especially if this is their first time seeing Taylor Swift live. Like you cannot prepare for that. If you are good physically, even if you're overwhelmed by Taylor, you won't pass out. Take pictures before your show. Take pictures at the hotel, outside the hotel, at your house if you're living by the stadium. Take pictures when you get there with the stadium in the background at the pre-party. Just like make sure that you have a lot of photos if you're somebody that like likes to capture the moment, so that when you go into the stadium, you're not like worried about getting a picture. Because if you had like spent a lot of time getting ready, if you made your outfit, if you spent a lot of time like putting together your outfit for the tour, just make sure you have like a good picture before you go in, because then you're not stressed out about getting a picture once you're inside waiting for the show to start. That's kind of what we did at the pre-party. That's like a really good time to take pictures because it's light outside. There's lots of people around, so if you have a group, you can ask somebody to take your picture. And also, if you're thinking about like doing TikToks and stuff, make sure you like know what you're gonna do beforehand and you're not like scrambling to find a trend, a sound to do like right as you're getting ready the day of. And so what me and my friends did was we found 2 TikTok trends we wanted to do like a week before. And so when it came to do the TikTok trends, we were like ready to go. We knew what we wanted to do. It was a very stress-free experience, and I posted them all before we even got to the stadium because I just wanted to focus. So if you're someone that likes nice to like post content and stuff. Have fun, don't stress about it. If it happens, it happens. That's all I have to say about the content side of things. Next thing I want to talk about is things that we brought with us to the stadium. I'm sure a lot of you know that normal bags are not allowed in most stadiums and they have to be a certain size, they have to be clear. I had this bag that I bought for the Reputation concert that works for almost every single concert that I go to, and I got it on Amazon for super cheap, and it's just the best bag ever. It has like a big pocket, but it also has this small pocket with a zipper inside for like your credit card, ID, lipstick, like just like the smaller pocket for like smaller things, earrings, whatever, and then you have the bigger pocket to put some other things. What we brought in our plastic bag was our credit cards, IDs, we brought lipstick to touch up, a portable charger that had 2 charging ports so 2 of us could charge our phones at the same time because it is a 3-hour concert, like I said. So my phone was struggling halfway through the concert, had to charge it. Make sure you check your stadium specific guidelines because certain ones allow certain things and others don't. So I wasn't sure about the portable charger, but the stadium did allow that, which was great. And if you want to conserve your battery during the show, put your phone on airplane mode. I figured out that helps save battery because your phone isn't using data or looking for Wi-Fi or any of that, getting messages. Just kind of text all your friends, hey, I'm gonna be gone for the next 3 hours on airplane mode to save my battery for the Taylor Swift concert. I found that usually helps out during concerts. Bring Advil in case you get a headache or something. And that's all that we had in our bag, but other people bring tissues, chapstick, band-aids if you're wearing shoes that might not be the most comfortable after 3 hours. If you have like the cutest pair of shoes but they might not be that comfortable, I recommend buying shoe inserts so that you can have a little bit more support when you're standing. I wish I had those because I was in these boots that I got from Amazon and they were great. Like I didn't have any like real problems, but obviously if you're standing for 3 hours, your feet are gonna be kind of sore. So I wish I would have got some kind of insert so that I wasn't as sore afterward. In some stadiums, they allow each person to bring in 1 unsealed bottle of water. So check and see if yours allows that because that would help so you stay hydrated and that way you don't have to buy the expensive ones that are at the concessions. So the next thing I want to talk about is the camera regulations. You cannot bring in a professional camera or any camera that has a detachable professional lens. So you can bring in a digital camera with a lens that is not detachable. I think that might differ per stadium. So just again, always double check your stadium's regulations if you think that you might not be able to bring something in. I'm thinking about buying a digital camera to bring to the LA show so that I can get more high quality pictures and video, and also my phone is out of storage. I completely took all of the storage up when I was at the first concert. And I just think having all of your videos and pictures in one place on like a camera and not having to worry about storage or anything like that would be more convenient than trying to get it on your phone because your phone has like the weird lighting, exposure settings, and just all that. I don't know. Next thing I want to talk about is merch. I'm sure you guys have seen the chaos that has occurred with the merch lines, the insane wait times, people getting up at 3 a.m. to start waiting in line to buy merch, and I think it's just so crazy, and I don't think I would do it, to be honest. Originally, I thought all the merch was available online, so I didn't really understand it, why people were waiting, but then I realized there's like 4 or 5 things that you can only get in person, one of them being that navy crew neck that everybody seems to want, and it's cute. Don't get me wrong, but I just think like there's so many other cute things that you can get from Etsy. Like I have so many crew necks from Etsy that are so cute. I know people want the official tour merch, but there is other ones online available. It's just like a few ones that are, you know, in person only. And now they have limited the number of items that one person can purchase because people were buying up a bunch of those sweatshirts and selling them online for like $300 each. Hopefully this fixes the problem. Each person is only allowed to buy 2 of the same item and 10 items total per person. So hopefully that helps and that they don't get sold out as quickly and it takes care of the long wait lines. Hopefully. But honestly, I would just go look on Etsy. They have some really cute stuff. I also wanted to show you guys the poster that I got. I ordered this online because I didn't want to wait in the merch line in Arizona. So here's a tip. They sell each city's poster online for the week of the concert. So I got the Glendale, Arizona one. It's $30 and I don't know if that was worth this big piece of paper, but I got it just as a memento. You could probably make this if you really wanted to, but that's what I got. got. And as far as tour merch, I got a shirt online, and then before the tour merch dropped, I got the Eras sweatshirt, which I like much more than any of the other tour merch, so yeah, if you don't get the tour merch, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. And now I want to talk about the actual show. And again, I'm not going to give away any details about this tour. I don't want to ruin it for anybody that doesn't want to know before they go actually see it for themselves. But I'm going to talk more generally about usually how Taylor Swift concerts go. A Taylor Swift concert is so unique to any other show that I've ever seen, heard of. There's truly no one else that does it like her. Literally the best concert I've ever been to in my entire life. Every time I go, she just one-ups herself every single tour. But if this is your first Taylor Swift concert, here's some things that, you know, to expect. Everybody gets this light up wristband. So here was the one I got from the show. Every year it's different. This one is more adjustable. It's like longer, and it has this little button that like, oh, comes undone apparently. So you can make it tighter or looser on your wrist, which is nice. But this little thing lights up, and it's just like the coolest thing ever because it's like, it knows your location in the stadium, and so it lights up with the music. It's just like everything is synced up, and so she's singing a song with a specific color. This will change to that color. It's just the coolest thing ever. She's done this for the past 3 tours, and it's always like one of my favorite things ever. And it also lights up the entire stadium, and so that's why in the upper bowl, it's really cool because you get to see all of the, you know, bracelets lit up and everything. Another thing is, because this is a 3-hour concert, there is gonna be people who are sitting. And if you need to take a little break, you can sit. That's totally fine. You are entitled to your own concert experience. But if you wanna stand for the whole 3 hours like me and my friends did, and there are people sitting behind you, it is not your problem that they can't see, because you also paid to be at the concert. Of course, you need to be like respectful of everybody around you. They also need to respect that you also paid to be there and you are wanting to dance and jump around for the whole concert. I definitely heard that there have been people making fun of Swifties for dancing, singing, being emotional. It's like, that is like the opposite of everything that Taylor Swift stands for. She has said before, the worst kind of person is someone who makes you feel dumb for being excited about something, you know? If you see any bullying, shake it off. Tell them I am allowed to be excited about Taylor Swift, especially when there is a million other people that wishes they could be here right now. So just like look out for each other out there, because there's some mean people. So just don't let other people ruin your experience. You came there to have a great time, and you will. Another little thing Taylor does is that throughout each show, every tour she's ever done, she has what she calls the surprise song. She wants to make each show unique, and so there's a point in the set list where she will change up the song every single night. And that is like always been one of my favorite things ever, because even if people have been to see the show before, they are never gonna know what she's gonna play for her surprise song. Just really enjoy that. Know that that moment is unique to your show. It's just like one of the most special parts because it's just Taylor, the guitar, and all of us singing with her. Now, after the show, be prepared for traffic. Human traffic getting to your car, and traffic getting out of the parking lot, and traffic on whatever freeway is there. The first night, we obviously stayed till the very, very end, and so getting out of the stadium took a minute, and then also when we got to our car, we did not move for an hour and 45 minutes. I turned off the car at one point, and we just sat there in silence. We were tired, hungry, and it was like 1:45 in the morning. We finally got out of the parking lot, and then we went straight to McDonald's. We didn't go to sleep till like 3 a.m. that first night. The second night, which we had bought resale tickets to go to the second night, like the day before the concert, because the prices dropped, so we were able to snag some last minute tickets to the second show. We decided to leave before the last song was over. We got out of the parking lot in 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. You know yourself. If you really want to stay till the end, do it. But be prepared to wait a while to get out of the parking lot. And if you're someone that cannot wait, if you like need sleep, if you're someone who has a disability, maybe leave a little bit early from the concert so you have an easier time getting out. I know people were like getting angry, like, why would you leave early from a concert you spent so long waiting for and getting tickets for? The honesty is like, we saw the whole concert the night before and we could not afford to lose any more sleep because we had to drive home 5 hours the next day. We We could not be falling asleep at the wheel. We were able to get back to our hotel by midnight, sleep a full 7 or 8 hours, and then be able to drive home. Yeah. So you know yourself, personal preference. If you were planning on Ubering to the venue, just know that Ubering after the show is almost impossible. That first and second night, people were struggling so hard to find Ubers, kept getting cancels. The Ubers were like $300. Make sure if you are Ubering to the show that you have a plan after the show to get back to where you're staying or home or wherever, because it's rough out there. I know this is just what happened in Arizona because I think there just was a lack of Ubers and it was not a walkable place. So just something to be aware of. Last thing I wanted to talk about was the friendship bracelets, because a lot of Swifties have been making friendship bracelets to trade at the shows, and this is no way mandatory or like you don't have to, but it's just something that was really fun and you can meet new people and have a lot of fun little mementos from your show. What we had to do was wear all of our friendship bracelets because our venue said you cannot put 50 bracelets in a bag. You have to wear them. If you wear them, then yes, you can bring them in. So each of us had like 20 on each arm. We were just walking around. People would come up to us, ask to trade, and it was just like a cute little moment and a very like community, I don't know, just good vibes all around. People are really nice. So if you see somebody that has bracelets on, don't be afraid to go up and ask if you want to trade bracelets. Okay, so last thoughts that I have. Of course, like I said, there is no right way to do a Taylor Swift concert. These are just some things that could be helpful for you. If you know yourself, you know, oh, maybe I should do this. Maybe I need this. If I am standing for 3 hours, I need water, you know. If you need to go to the bathroom during the 3-hour show, you know, I know some people are like, I would rather die than not see all 3 hours. Obviously, like, if you gotta go, you gotta go. So I saw someone on TikTok say the best time to go to the bathroom is like during the transitions. I don't want to give away anything, so there are moments where there's a long period of a transition. So if you sense that coming, run and try to make it back as soon as possible so you don't miss anything. Just know that you guys are gonna have the literal best time of your freaking life. It's gonna be the best day ever. Just enjoy it. Don't stress too much. Just kind of like be in the moment. I know they always say just be in the moment. You're going to a Taylor Swift concert. How could you not have the best time of your life? So yeah, if you guys are going to the tour this summer, comment down what day you're going. Maybe you guys can meet in the comments. I will be at the LA show on Saturday. As of right now, I might try to get more resale tickets, but that is a big if. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If there's anything I missed, any more questions you guys have, please comment down below and I'll try my best to answer them. But thanks for being here and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.